Therefore, trust and understanding, these two elements are very important. Based on this, everything will come. For example, if you have trust on me, if you understand me, then you can respect me, then you can love me, then we'll have friendship.
Why knowledge matters. Professor Dr. Haque, welcome. It's such a pleasure to have you today in Dhaka, and next to me, my very dear friend, Dr. Monjur Chowdhury. And today's topic is really how it could be better than friendship. What makes a successful friendship? Professor Haque.
Thank you. Good topic you have chosen for us today. Actually, friendship, it's all about trust. You see, just if you trust, or if you can understand your wife, she can be your friend. If you trust and if you understand your brothers, sisters, parents, they can be your friends. If you don't trust, if you don't understand them, they cannot be your friend. So friendship, it's all about trust. Even my wife or my brothers and sisters, relatives may not be friends unless or until we have trust, and unless or until we understand each other. So to me, it's all about trust and understanding. So friendship, it is such a great word, one of the most beautiful words in the world, friendship. For example, by friendship, you can bring peace and integrity for the society, in the family, in the whole world, in your country. If you have friendship with others, so you have peace, you have enjoyment, you have good time with those people. If you don't have friendship, that means you are losing all these elements. So it is a great word you have mentioned, Yannick, friendship. Thank you. I think now Dr. Manju can add something, please.
Yeah, Dr. Monjur, how about you?
Well, thank you very much. Thank you very much. I think Dr. Haque very rightly explained the whole, you know, the, the most important part or the definition of friendship based on trust. I would probably, of course, I will be adding another very important ingredient that I believe in friendship. It is about the harmony of your values between two or more than two persons. So, of course, if we are talking about friendship between two, as Dr. Haque mentioned, of course, in life, in our adult life, when we go and by the definition of being human, even many creatures also, I do not know much about biology, but I know the creatures have to have kind of conjugal life. So if we are talking about your spouse, your life partner, the first thing, of course, comes is trust. This is exactly what Dr. Hawke mentioned. But I also emphasize on the fact that it is about the values, the emphasis on values that two individuals or more than two individuals have. It can be a group of people, the friendship, right? So therefore, my definition of friendship is about the integration of the best thing between those people. And at the same time, it is the harmony of values and philosophy that one choose for his or her life. Without that harmony, as you mentioned in your introduction, that friendship can be broken anytime, because it is about the journey of life with the friendship. I cannot even imagine a life without friendship. But true friendship is, of course, based on the values that those individuals will be choosing for their life. So my definition
Yes,
is about about enjoyment of friendship and making it, as Dr. Hawke rightly mentioned, that we can utilize it for the whole world. We see what is happening in this world, and it is from the beginning of the human history, that because of the misunderstanding,
yes.
inner values, the friendship was
Actually,
yeah.
Dr. Monjur, you said that values. Sometimes, so I said that, yeah, you are right. Of course, I support your point. Values is important. But sometimes, uh, even two persons with same values may not have friendship. Same values, they have same values, but they don't have friendship among themselves because of lack of understanding and lack of trust. Therefore, trust and understanding, these two elements are very important. Based on this, everything will come. For example, if you have trust on me, if you understand me, then you can respect me, then you can love me, then we'll have friendship. So yeah, values is very important to establish a long-term friendship and to have sustainable friendship. But trust and understanding is very essential elements. Yeah, I support your point also.
This is a really good point, and I think I'm curious what you two have in common that you have such a good friendship. And I think I really want to hear from both of you, and then really will go back to trust and actually how to build this also this trust and this understanding in order to foster true friendship, even with some people who we might not have common values that you say, right, Dr. Hawke? Sometimes we don't even, it's not necessarily always all the time, but I'm curious, what is it that you two have in common that you have such a dear and genuine friendship?
Well, this would be a right time to answer Dr. Hawke's point here. Uh, he mentioned he's supporting the point of values, but at the same time, he's emphasizing more on trust. I also agree with this, but the challenge here I find, and here is my debate with Dr. Hawke, is that when we do not have values, he mentioned an example for there are different kind of tribes, groups, different kinds of organizations. It could be ultra, it could be liberal, whatever it is. But what do you see? And to answer your question directly, for Dr. Hawke and me, we are friends because we have something very common. It's about values. What he thinks about giving, he thinks about that when we give to whatever given to us by supreme power, or where we came from with something, and that we are giving to this universe. This is we are agreed with this. We value human uh, greatness. We value the nature that is bringing the gift that we are getting. We want to be appreciative of this. If we did not have this common understanding, not only understanding, we are firm believer of this. Of course, it does not mean that everything we are harmonized everywhere. It is not possible. It's very normal. But the most important philosophy of life, Hawke and I are truly in harmony. Therefore, we are friends. And it is with you too, with three of us here, because we have something very common, it's common denominator, right? It is absolutely all you, Dr. Hawk, you, Yannick, and myself, it is common. It is about humanity. Why this morning we are doing this? Because we want to share our values to thousands of people, maybe more, that they understand that what is the true definition of friendship. Because you have chosen a topic is so important. See, this morning where you just open a newspaper or anything, you are hearing about killing. It is because of lack of understanding. It is because of the the deviation from the true purpose of life for what we are on this earth. And this is why they war. This is why people are killing each other. Otherwise, it would not be happening. So therefore, friendship for me, and why we are friends, because we have a firm, our convictions are same about life. The major purpose of life, conviction is same between Dr. Hawke and me. Therefore, I feel that we are friends.
Yes, I agree, and again a bit disagree, but agree. Of course, Dr. Manju is right that he has rightly mentioned that when you have common values and you have common thinking, common philosophy, the relationship gets stronger. It is true. For example, he said that our friendship, because among Dr. Manjur, Yannick, and me, our friendship based on really based on our common philosophy and common values that we have. It's true, but sometimes, it goes wrong. For example, in Arabia's countries, people have the same values. They have common values regarding their life philosophy, but still they are quarreling each other. So sometimes, for example, another example in Afghanistan, if you see that the philosophy of Taliban and so the philosophy of ISI is almost the same, but still they are quarreling because of most probably it is because of trust and also because of understanding that are lacking, and also respect. So when when a person is with this a person has you know good trust, he's a good person and he has trust uh, on a person who may not be with the same philosophy that this person have. So in that case there might be friendship. So I agree with you that when there is common values, the possibility of having friendship, is of course significantly high. So I think in that case, both trust, respect, and love, and understanding and values, all are the elements of friendship. So we should not agree, disagree. We should not now argue on that. But all these are very essential components of having friendship. I mean, trust, understanding, values, respect, and love. All these are very important elements of having very good friendship.
So now I'm curious, give give it to you, having a friendship like between you and Dr. Hawk, for example? What does it give you concretely in terms of your quality of life?
It is motivation. It is motivation, the purpose. It is life. Why in the morning when I wake up, I start when I start thinking about my values and purpose of the day, what I want to give to this universe. I cannot do it myself alone. I need I need my partner, my people, the friends, right? And when I start about thinking about my friendship, about my friend, I become motivated. It gives me energy. It means gives me the way how to do it. This is the most important part of friendship. Therefore, you see, every day we wake up knowingly or unknowingly, there is a purpose for every one of us. Probably not all people think, not many of us, we do not think about it, but we have something to be done at that day. And friends are there, because they, without having support from others, one person cannot do. Therefore, we are social animal, right? We must have to have people surrounding us. We are doing for them and with them and by them, togetherness. Yeah. And here is the most important part. Not everybody you will be from. Not everybody will be getting help. You will be getting true help from those who are your friends. And now to go back to the definition of friends. Not everybody is your friend. Your friend, of course, in life we always a common word we use friends, uh, but true friends are those who have unconditional love. Unconditional. There is nothing. Hawk is not expecting that I'll be giving him something which is you can measure. It is something divine. It is something love. It's totally divine. There is nothing, nor I am not expecting something that he would be giving to me. But we have a connection between uh, through our values. Because what he is thinking, what I am thinking, and the journey that we have taken, we are in the same direction towards the path that towards the target what we are going to. So therefore, friendship, to answer your question concretely, what gives it? It is the energy, the motivation. That is the key component to be successful in your journey.
Yannick, actually, I need a few minutes to make comment on the question you have asked. It's a great question. One of the greatest questions ever I have faced, you have made. So let me answer on that. So what do we want out of our lives? We want to have a successful, we want to spend a successful moment, some successful moments. Life is nothing but few moments. So we have to have very successful time during the period we live. So how can we make our lives successful? Again, friendships. For example, if we want to make our, professional life successful, you need good friends in your professions. If you want to make your personal life successful, in that case, you need to have friends among your relatives, among your family members. So friend and friendship is such important. You cannot lead your life successfully until or unless you are able to establish good friendship with others. So now the question is, what does it mean, good friendship? Again, it means strong trust between person to person, strong understanding between person to person, and establishing common values that is useful for the society, for the country, and for the whole world, as mentioned by Dr. Monjur, that common values that should be useful values that will have impact for the society. So we have to have we have to define that common values to establish good friendship. So, for example, every week I try to make my time, spend my time with my friend. Just 1.5 hours before, I met Dr. Mehdi Masood, Dr. Monjur know him. We were having coffee just today afternoon. We were having coffee at the coffee world. And yesterday was holiday. I went to the house of my friend's parent. I have a friend, his name is Abid Ahmed Kabir. We call him, Konok. His surname is Konok. And he's living in Czechia. But I often go to his residence where his parents are living. It's all about friendship, just because of friendship. So I am doing all these things. So, and I am, making my life, fruitful, useful, and impactful. And I am happy out of that. So what is our, aim of life? We want to lead our lives with a purpose. And the purpose is, very simple, that we want to make ourselves happy. In order to make ourselves happy, we need to establish, good friendship among us. So until or unless we can establish good friendship among us, we cannot establish a society with peace and harmony. So friendship is such an important, relationship. Without this, we cannot establish, peace and stability in this world. So now you can see that there is a war between Russia and Ukraine, very unfortunately. And I was living in Ukraine, but I like both Russia and Ukraine. Both Russia and Ukraine are very favorite to me. Now I am so shocked when I see that these two countries are fighting with each other. It is just because of lack of friendship, nothing else. Lack of trust, lack of understanding, and lack of common values, as mentioned by Dr. Monjur. So, Yannick, I thank you so very much that you have brought such an important topic today, and we are discussing on that. So we must have friendship in order to establish a peaceful society, so that we can lead a purposeful life.
Wonderful. Last question, and especially also for our viewers and listeners, is that how do you establish really friendships? How do you go about?
Well, I always draw my learning from the great people. Go way back to Socrates. Socrates' disciples, like Aristotle, Plato, what did how they established the friendship? Because again, the values that Socrates was a giver, and he surrounded people around him, those people who are in belief, who believe his philosophy. So therefore, I establish my friendship. I find friends by seeing that he or she are in the same path that we have chosen, and therefore, of course, I'm committed to give. When they're seeing I'm giving, then my friends are also, and I see when on the other hand, I choose those who are giving, I choose them. And therefore, our friendship is established. I know there's not much time left. So, maybe Dr. Haque will continue.
Yes, thank you. So to me, if we want to establish friendship, we need to be, demandless. The more demand you have, the, more trust you are, the less trust you will have. The more demand you have, the more misunderstanding there will be. So if you are very demanding personality, if we are demanding in terms of, materialistic things, we cannot have friendship with others. So to me, in order to establish good friendship, we have to understand the purpose of life. The purpose of life is not to have materialistic things. The purpose of life is not to gain materialistic things. The purpose of life is all about gaining peace and integrity. How we can do that? It's nothing, just trust, understanding, and understand the, understand others. If you understand, for example, me, for example, you want to stay in a room, this very fancy. You want to drive a car, very expensive. You want to, travel by first class or business class. The same thing you have to wish for me. If you can have that kind of attitude, in that case, we can have friendship. So the more you demand for yourself, the less peace, integrity, and the less friendship will be established. But the less you will be demanding, the more friendship, the more, peace, harmony will be in the society. So the whole purpose of my discussion is that we, as human beings, we should not be always think about ourselves. For example, in my case, I should not be think about myself. I have to think about yourself. So if you have, if you read the Mahabharata, you can see the Krishna Vasudev said that if you think about yourself, it is bad, it is sin. But if you think about others, about the society, it is great job. It is the religious thing. It is the valuable thing. So when you think about yourself, there is no peace, there is no stability. But when you think about others, the benefit of others, the sufferings of others, when you understand, then you can establish friendship with those people, and then there will be peace and integrity.
I want to add here one important point here before we finish. So the values that it is unconditional love. Unconditional love is the common denominator here for establishing friendship. One of my best friends once said that I share with you your pain, not your gain. When you are sharing your pain with your friend, and friend is sharing with you and committed to get some from you, this is true friendship, and then friendship established. As Mahabharata, as Dr. Haque just mentioned, this all things about the understanding others, not you. If you are thinking about yourself, no, friendship would not be.
Monjur bhai,
No way.
Dr. Monjur, actually, the simple thing that as Buddhism, as Buddha said, that we should be just simple thing, demandless. So no demand.
Yeah.
From now, no demand. So no complaint, no demand. So, and I mean, you should have a very positive attitude. That's all. For example, if you say some bad words, if my reaction is positive, it means you did not say any bad words. Even if you hit me, but if my reaction is just normal, calm, it means you did not hit me. It's all about you. So it's all about me. So peace, integrity, friendship, everything depends on me. So I should not make you responsible for everything or for anything. No, it's all about me, me, me.
Fascinating talk between Professor Dr. Jahirul Haque in Dhaka and Dr. Monjur Chowdhury. What a blessing. Thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you. You both are my friends, and we are great friends because we don't have any demand. We are living our lives with a good purpose, and the purpose is friendship.
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. See you soon, Dr. Haque in Dhaka,
Thank you.
Bangladesh.
That's why knowledge matters.